All right. Welcome, everybody, to another edition of Meal News Network. So, yeah, hey, let's just jump right into it. We're going to talk about, the New York City handgun licensing process and how easy it is now. So, people, fake news here, fake news alert. Some people say it's super difficult, but you know what? It's really not. You just simply go to the NYPD licensing, handgun licensing, or firearms licensing website. You fill out a simple 30, 40 page form, you submit countless documents. It only takes about 14 or 16 hours to fill out the application. Then part of that, you do agree to waive your Fourth Amendment rights. So basically, you say that the NYPD at will can search your home to inspect your firearms or to ensure compliance. And then they do a background check, which you agree to. You do have to turn over all of your social media accounts, just to make sure you haven't said anything inappropriate. I mean, we can't have that. You do need to buy a gun safe. You need to submit a photo of it and the receipt. You need to have the gun safe even before you buy the gun. You do need to take a field trip to the NYPD headquarters. That's super fun. You get to be interviewed by someone who will decide based on their interview if you're an appropriate candidate to possess a gun. They also will do a little more background work in the sense that they will take your fingerprints and keep a file of those. And also, you do have to take a written test at that point, but no big deal. That's super fun. So, anyway, after that, that took me about 2.5 years actually to get to that point. But then once that happened, I was given well, actually, after that point, a lot of my original documents that I had submitted 2.5 years before had expired. So I had to resubmit a lot of that stuff. That took them about another year to process, but hey, no big deal. Then eventually, at around the 3.5 year mark, I was given permission to buy a gun, which means I could order a gun, have it sent to a gun shop, but then I obviously couldn't take it home. That would allow me, once it arrived, to pay the gun shop about $150 fee. Allowed me to take photos of the gun, which I submitted along with the serial number to the NYPD. And then a few months later, they issued me a license, which allowed me to go back to the gun store and pick it up. Of course, I had to buy another locked box to transport the gun, even though the gun came in its own box that was lockable. I don't know, just rules. But hey, no big deal. Super simple. So, all in all, by the time, from the time I started to the time I picked up my gun was almost exactly 4 years. So obviously super quick. I mean, who's in a rush? We can't have citizens, law-abiding citizens, running around willy-nilly, just getting guns left and right. I mean, think how many criminals would be hurt. So all in all, I would say it took me about 100 hours of work. Cost me about $750 in fees, all in all, total. But I was able to walk out of a gun store with a gun in a mere 4 years. Easy peasy.